Welcome back to Two Rail Fans. David and I made a visit to one of the HobbyTown locations in the area this past weekend in Plano, Texas. And we're just going to kind of give a walk through the store. It's kind of an interesting place. I was glad to see they did have a layout because not every HobbyTown has a train layout. And they had a fairly small layout kind of demoing what you were able to do with some of the products they sell there. The HobbyTown building on the layout I thought was really cool. The thing I thought was really interesting about this place, they have a lot of scenery and building kits and things like that, but in terms of trains and rolling stock, they really don't have very much. You'll see here that's basically limited to Bachmann rolling stock, and that was pretty much it. On the other side of this piece here, you'll see in a minute, they do have some starter sets and so forth. Atlas track. It seems like every place around here carries O-gauge fast track. Is that what it's called? I'm not into that, so I don't know. I see some G-scale track down there. Some locomotives over here. Not too much. It looks like everything they have is DC. It doesn't look like they sell anything that's DCC. So this is mostly starter stuff here. So there's DC controllers down there, which that will be. I'll bring up a point why I think that's kind of odd a little later in the video here, with the fact that they sell mostly starter stuff. There's David. Got some O-gauge stuff here. The old rolls of grass. And, well, this is a cool one. There's an American Flyer set. Don't really see too many of those in hobby shops, whether they're new or old. So a tiny bit of O-gauge stuff here. O-gauge track, and here we are into the starter sets. Seems like they have the market corner on Bachmann starter sets. That's about all I saw in here for starter sets. So if you're looking for a starter set, like a basic DC starter set, there's plenty of options here, and these Bachmann sets have a lot more detail than the old starter sets did 30, 40 years ago. So still more starter sets, a lot of options here. Thunder Valley, Freight Master, Rail Chief, Yard Master, Stallion. I'm not sure I've seen that one before. So a decent number of these. Now, when we get over to the supplies, now of course this is because in a hobby shop, it's not just the diorama stuff. It's not just for model trains, but I just find it interesting that they have so much other stuff for building a model railroad that you would not necessarily use with a DC starter set, most likely. So you can see all this stuff over here, all the modeling supplies. So this is all right next to the model trains. Obviously, this is the more generic stuff. Once we get to the other side of this, you'll see, there we are. So here's mostly the model train stuff. I'm just going to guess that if you have a basic starter set, you're not going to be building a layout using this level of detail to get started. And there is a ton of stuff here. Now, I will say this HobbyTown location is probably about 15 minutes from the Mockingbird Lane location. And in that location, they have a lot more train stuff, although still not as much as a lot of the other train stores around here. However, they don't have this much in terms of scenery stuff. You see they got a 2% incline decline there. all the woodland scenic stuff. They got a ton of woodland scenic stuff here. So I would say if you're in the area and this hobby shop is 15, within 15 minutes of you, it could save you a trip to another hobby shop, or potentially save you from having to pay shipping when you order something online. Otherwise, Discount Model Trains is also about 15 minutes from here, and they have pretty much everything you could want in terms of especially HO train stuff, locomotives and rolling stock, DCC stuff. And they have a lot of this stuff too, but I will say there was a good selection here of the scenery stuff. So if this is close to you, it might be worth stopping in if you're looking mainly for scenery, or if you wanted a starter set. We appreciate you guys taking the time to watch our hobby shop review here. Try and support your local hobby shops whenever you can. If you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, please hit that subscribe button and consider joining the channel. It's just 99 cents a month. And until then, we'll see you guys in the next one.